Well, my name is Mateo Hernández and this is my project. Well, the first question is, what do you think about the first architectural way to be friendly with natural environment? I find it really interesting that how people with zero knowledge about architecture can build an amazing way to survive with nature. I was surprised I hadn't heard of that before. It's so incredibly complex and effective, yet so traditional and natural that it even looks straight out of a fantasy book. How will be the impact around the world if we can apply this technique of caching? If the massive governments actually grow awareness of this technique and are patient as they introduce it over the years, things like the budget will drop dramatically. The third question is, what will be the advantages of a construction built by casa reed? The casa reed is a natural material that doesn't affect the environment. It can be molded pretty easily. It will reduce the budget of the constructions and won't be so harmful for the nature. It will give more jobs for the people that work in the land. Well, the next question is, what is the particularity of the villages constructed in the river? How are they constructed? These are cultures that have been living with floods for thousands of years, and they have done that by evolving their techniques that allow them to work with the water. The Tofino culture managed to clean the water and feed their people with amazing solutions. Everything is going to change with the pandemic situation. Will you imagine cities in the future using the structures of those islands, and how? I think that what we can rescue about these cultures is their creativity in difficult times to build solutions. Like the pandemic, for us, we can create solutions that are friendly with nature and very helpful for us. What is the paradox in Calcutta? The fishes that give them food are the same fishes that clean their water, and I think that's impressive. How will change the environment if it is used the method to clean Calcutta? I don't think that this method can be applied in all the world, but surely it will change the environment by being a natural way to clean the water. The Tofino part is a particularity that could be replaced anywhere. How are you going to use these structures to help the environment? This is the proof that you can build a very creative solution out of a problem like floods. I'm going to start thinking ways to solve personal problems as creative as the tribes that do that. The forests in Australia suffered a great damage about the wildfires. But what happened with Australian ancient forests? The ancestral land in Australia where indigenous fire sticks farming was practiced were saved as these fires raged. The ancestral land in Australia where indigenous fire stick farming was practiced were saved as fires raged around them. And these ancient forests, they survived because of seasonal and generational burning. If you were an architecture, which of those techniques could you use and how? I would definitely use the casa reed. I think that it is impressive how natural material can be molded and used to build big and massive buildings, and even a whole city with just this material. What is your perception of those amazing places? These places are really magic, and I wish I could know them before. I am amused by its creativity, and even being natural is so aesthetic. What will be the contributions given by those communities to the whole world? The contribution is that you can use natural and friendly with it. The contribution is that you can use natural and friendly with the environment solutions The contribution is that you can use natural and friendly with the environment solutions against the various problems that can come like a global pandemic. This is a lesson for the whole world and for us as a civilization. My name is Mateo Hernández, and this was my project.